Hi Scorpio, here is your reading for December 2022. This is about love life, it's about career, it's about inspiration, channeled messages, whatever comes in, okay? I'm going to take a couple of cards first. Ooh, nice. Which will just signify what energy we're dealing with as we close out 2020. I was going to say 2023, I'm leaping ahead a year. As we close out 2022. My God, it seems weird to even be saying that, but that's where we're at. Okay. Oh, looks like you got a fight on your hands, Scorpio. First card that you get for the energy that we're encountering in December is the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands in itself, winner, winner, chicken dinner, or vegan alternative, is a celebration card, okay? It's one of the nicest cards in the whole deck because there's no messing with it. It's like there is a laurel wreath of success, there is a winner. Often you've got like a victory parade and someone's on the horse and they're like, yeah, come on, you know, woohoo, I've won. So the other card though that goes with it is the Seven of Wands, Mars in Leo. And this card is deceptively tough. It's a card of fighting, okay? Seven of Wands, if you look in the Rider-Waite, and we're using the Lightseer's Tarot, if you look in the Rider-Waite, there's a guy with a big stick, and he's like this with his big stick. And there's loads of guys coming after him, and he's just standing his ground, you know, boof with the big stick. Walk softly and carry a big stick. And what this means when you combine it with the Six of Wands is you're in a fight to win something, okay? And the first thing that came into my mind was you're in a fight to survive. But survival is not winning. Surviving is like the baseline for being, isn't it? We're surviving. To win is to take something to another level. Okay, and as a Scorpio, and we're coming out of Scorpio season, we're now in Sagittarius season, Scorpio winning is quite unique. And leave me a comment, please, in the comment section. I'm gathering information about star signs, and I want to know things that you don't read in the astrology books. So tell me things about being a Scorpio that I don't know, okay? Stick them in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Scorpio way of winning is not the same as, for example, a Leo or a Sagittarius way of winning. A Scorpio way of winning is not overt and it's not obvious, and you know, you're not kind of beating people off with a shitty stick. It's not really your way. Scorpio is underground energy, but actually not underground, underwater energy. You're a water sign. I'm a water sign. I understand the water signness, but I don't experience as a Pisces the intensity that you have as a Scorpio. Okay, that's what I want you to tell me about. Your scorpionic intensity, and I can feel it. If I can't understand it, I can feel it. Okay, guys, I know it's there. Is very intense, and it needs to be, because I feel like, and obviously we're going to take some more cards, I feel like with a lot of you, there is a situation that's been going on for a little while that requires you to have not only your boundaries right and in place, but your ducks in a row, okay? Because you may be competing for something, or you may be fighting for something. It feels like you're needing to be strategic as well about something, okay? And this could be across all boards. It could be career, love, life, the whole bit. But let's dig in and let's use the other camera to have a looky-see at the cards, because that's always nice. So Scorpio, this is a general reading and it won't resonate with everybody, but there's probably a message for you. If it gets to the end and it really is your story, there will be an extended reading, as there always is. And that link will be the first link in the destruction box below. Okay, Scorpio, let's have a look. What do we need? Oh, what do we need to know about this situation? Doesn't surprise me to see that card. Ooh, by gum. Okay, let's just have a look at these to be doing with. I can't speak today, Scorpio. So we've got a fight here, and it's a fight beyond just surviving. It's a fight for winning. It's a fight for breaking free of something. So look at this Eight of Swords. When you get the Eight of Swords, you've got this woman who is quite free actually, but when she looks in the mirror, what is being shown back to her, or what she sees, is somebody with all these strings and all these birds like flying around. And Eight of Swords, the very interesting thing in any tarot deck is that there's two different sides to it. It does represent Jupiter and Gemini is the twins. So there's two different sides to it. There's the side where actually you're free, and there's the side where you think you're not free. So there is a situation going on for some of you where it's, at times you feel there's a clear way forward. At times you can see it, you can think it straight, you can talk about it even. But then at other times, there's just this feeling of being fenced in, or not being able to express yourself exactly as you might want to, or being even held back by others who are trying to make you feel less than, or trying to make you feel small, or just trying to restrict your activity or restrict your sort of thinking in some way. Now, everybody knows that if you're going to bully somebody or kind of make somebody think twice about something, the best way to do it is to get them to do it to themselves. So in other words, you just plant the seeds and let them grow it on their own. So I feel like for some of you, there's been a situation where somebody else has been pulling the strings or planting the seeds. And this could be in your love life. It could be, for some of you, it's at work, I think. But it's very important for you to know that there is a need to move beyond this energy. And I'm going to take another card for that one in a minute as well, because I actually want to clarify it, because it's very important. Some of you may be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or possibly a fire sign. Because with that Seven of Wands is Mars in Leo, it represents fire. This represents air signs. So dealing with an air sign or a fire sign, it feels like you need to get ahead of this somehow. You need to get ahead of this situation. Let me take another card for that Eight of Swords. I actually want to use a different deck for it, weirdly, and I haven't done that for anyone else. So Scorpio, here we go. I'm going to use my Morgan Greer deck. What do we need to know, please, about the Eight of Swords for Scorpio? What's holding them back, and why and how? Oof. Okay, Four of Cups. Whoa. Four of Cups officially is the emotional meh card. It's where somebody is unable to see or feel or acknowledge some kind of feelings. So for some of you, this might be in a romantic relationship where you don't feel heard, or you don't feel, or you feel like it's unsafe to feel the way you want to feel, because there's a discrepancy between what you probably can feel in this sort of juju of things is a very good connection, but also you can feel there is some kind of thread of distraction. Very interesting. I'm going to take another card for that. A thread of distraction. So you might be dealing with somebody who is distracted, or you might be starting to shut down a bit because there is an obstacle in the way. It's why I think some of you have been in survival mode a bit. If this is a work situation, this can be where somebody, oh God, look at that. Okay. I like that actually. If this is a work situation, it can be that real kind of classic where somebody is subtly down on you, micromanaging you, praising everybody else but making an exception for not praising you, behaving like you're invisible. It's a bit of a bullying tactic, but it's not overt. So you can't get caught for it. It doesn't go down on paper. Sorry, there's people sort of shouting in the street. It doesn't go down on paper, but instead it's what they don't say and what they don't do and what they don't invite you to and all the little things that are happening under the radar. Now, as a Scorpio, this is not going to go unnoticed for you, okay? It just won't. Because you know these things. A Scorpio lives on vibe, you know? You live on vibes. You know what's going on, probably before they do, okay? And they think they're getting away with it. But I would say this Tower card, what a welcome intervention that is. So whether this is to do with career and you've got someone sneakily bringing you down, or whether it's to do with relationship and you've got something around that relationship that's almost mothballing it, in comes the Tower. Hurrah! Tower's what we need, okay? Tower is an injection of something from left field. It's also ruled by Pluto, so it's a Scorpionic card. It's Pluto and Uranus, planet of surprises. When the Tower comes, the most notable thing about the Tower is that the shock to the system or the shock to the situation, it's like a defibrillator restarting something. It brings that whole, whatever kind of edifice somebody has built up, whether they are keeping you out through some kind of wall around their heart or wall around their defense mechanisms in a relationship, or whether it's someone who's keeping you out with other defensiveness in a different way, the Tower just knocks that out. It's like the whole thing has to go. The Tower is built on shaky foundations of denial and manipulation and untruth, actually. Just a genuine kind of untruth that's being marketed. Sorry, I've got a really itchy nose, so that's definitely for some of you. So in comes that energy of the Tower and releases you from your perceived prison, okay? And then we've got the Two of Cups, Venus in Cancer. Gorgeous energy, relationships, connection, heart connection, feeling good. If this is to do with work, this can be feeling good where you are, getting on with your colleagues, feeling a valued part of a team, finding a partnership, someone nice that you like to work with, being friendly, feeling loved. If it's to do with relationship, which it very often is with the Two of Cups, so for a lot of you this will be to do with relationship, there is a jolt, there is an outside influence. It can even be a showdown, a row, anything that brings an injection of woof to it, okay? I'm really pleased to see that card. Okay, let's continue. Scorpio. It's quite a fiery reading for you, actually. It's quite spicy. And Scorpio season, I think, was quite trying, even for Scorpios. Oh, get on, love that. So it's nice for this to be able to like break its shell and break out a little bit. I feel like you've needed this. Oh God, we've got all the big cards going on today. Let's just shove these up a bit. Do come and join me, Scorpio, in the Gemstars. That is my membership that I've got going on at the moment. It's the only place where I do live streaming because I restrict it to members only. Otherwise, it's just like chaotic as hell. And in the live stream, I do where you can pick a card and I'll do you a little mini reading. That is very popular, okay? Those live streams are quite long. And also I do exclusive pick a card readings, love readings. You get emojis, which are designed by my brother, which are really cool custom emojis that you can't get on your phone, and badges, which turn into a crown full of jewels. So come and join us over at the Gemstars. You can do that in the description box of this video. Okay. God. 3 majors straight off the bat. We're not messing around here, Scorpio. If you can hear gurgling, by the way, it's my hot water bottle. This is Sloth. Okay, in fact, if we're including the Tower here, we're kind of looking at a 4 majors situation and a 2 of Cups wedged in there. Told you we weren't messing. Okay, Strength card. Some of you dealing with a Leo, or sometimes with the Strength card, I get Aries and Sagittarius as well. It's kind of fire sign energy. But more importantly, this is like your glow up. And I don't mean like, 1980s movie where you've got the big glasses and the mousy hair and then you kind of swing, turn up looking all good and everything. I mean like a psychological glow up. Scorpios, I think, are a bit like, and you can tell me in the comment section if I'm right, Scorpios are a bit like animals if they have pain inflicted on them, like if someone's been pulling those strings or a situation is painful for long enough, instead of how an animal doesn't want to be fussed when they're ill or when they're in pain, they kind of find a place where no one can find them and they just stay on the down low for ages. And what they're doing is attempting to regenerate. And very often they are regenerating. Animals are very good at regenerating. And then they kind of pop out 2 days later looking a bit more chipper and you think, well, thank God for that. I think that you have been on the down low. So whether this is a situation where it's with a group or whether it's at work or whether it's in a relationship, you've done a shutdown, like a kind of standby on the television where you just remain like buzzing in the background, but actually no one can see anything. And what this has been happening for a few weeks leading up to this energy that's coming out in December and taking us into 2023. What you're getting now is the reboot from the Tower. Okay, it's like a continuation. So it's like we've I'm doing so much electrical analogies here. I don't know I'm useless with that kind of thing. It's like we bump started the car, okay, and now the battery is charging. You're charging, Scorpio, and that's good. And that's how you get to this 6 of Wands, because it's not through drifting about. And it looks like you're not doing anything, but that is your skill. No animal reveals what it's going to do next because it will get eaten. Scorpios know that because you rule survival, sex, death, all of those kind of uncomfortable topics. My Scorpio friends are very comfortable with. You know what the fight is. You know what competition is and you know what humanity is all about, Scorpio. Don't think I don't know you. But still tell me something I don't know about you, because there'll be loads, because Scorpio is quite secretive. Oh, bloody hell, sorry, wrong camera. The Chariot. Cancerian energy. Some of you might be dealing with another water sign. That is Cancerian energy as well. So possibly a Cancerian for a few of you, but not many. Or a Cancer Leo cusp is the other one, because Cancer and Leo cusp, that's quite a thing. That would be if their birthday was around 19th of July, 18th of July, 20th of July, that kind of thing. So, Strength card, you're having a glow up. You're like kind of incredible hulking, but in a very time release and invisible way. So actually not like incredible hulking, because he goes bright green and everyone can see the muscles pop. Sorry, wrong analogy there. We'll stick with car battery. Chariot comes in. Okay, what happens in the Chariot is you got 2 horses and you got 1 chariot. And if you're the Fool kind of getting through the major arcana of the tarot, there comes a point in the Chariot or in this situation that you're in. And I also feel like, because there's 2 strikes of lightning, so this might be something that happens twice. So if it's a row, it could be a small row followed by a big row, or it could be a situation erupts a bit and then really does. That kind of thing where you get the shock before the quake, that kind of thing. Then what it does is the situation that you're in here with the Two of Cups, with a job you love but people being horrible, or a relationship which is tricky but there is that beautiful connection underneath and you kind of know it. Two paths are created when you get this Chariot energy. And those two paths, it kind of goes like this. And you get effectively the Lovers, which is a choice. Now, the Lovers isn't on the table, but sometimes I work with cards that aren't on the table, and it might come up in the extended reading anyway. But either way, I'm feeling Lovers energy, which is Gemini energy. I'm feeling that you're going to be at somewhat of a crossroads, probably mid-month, okay? It feels like crossroads, and you want to choose the winning road. That's your whole kind of battle at this point, is to back the right horse. Sometimes with the Chariot, it can be that you can ride the energy out of having two different choices and you can kind of still ride that energy out. But I don't feel that for you. I feel like you have to back one horse or the other. And this could be like two different people, two different points of view, two different choices. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I say something? Do I not? Whatever it is, it turns into this kind of battle of wills, I think. I'm feeling a real battle of wills with you and I think another person, whether it's work, whether it's play, whether it's love, whatever. So this choice emerges, these roads emerge, and you can feel it. You can feel it when it happens. And then we hit the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is saying to you, you know how good you are at being on the down low. Okay? Do that again. Be on the down low again. So once this situation has erupted, once there's been a rupture in the kind of, and I'm getting a massive image here of a veil, a rupture of a veil between two worlds, two people, two things, a feeling, whatever it is. Once that opens up this choice, this possibility, this one way or the other vibe, you then have to almost, I don't want to say back off because I don't mean back off. You lay low for a bit and observe, which you are excellent at. Might I add, I am enjoying this reading for you. Oh, yes. Get on, Major Arcana, a go-go. The Moon. God almighty, wowzers. Right, Hanged Man and the Moon go brilliantly together because it's Neptunian energy, okay? So the Hanged Man is Neptune and the Moon rules Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio. This is, again, do you remember I said with Scorpios and with your situation as well, what is going on is happening, I said underground and then I changed it to underwater. Very much so. Look at the colours of these cards. This greeny blue, jade, sea green, blue. Then we've got this, what I think, is she a mermaid? I mean, I always see this as a mermaid. You can't quite see the fishtail, but I'm saying it is. You've got this woman drifting below the surface and then the moon representing revelations, mysteries, all of the kind of unknowable, unseeable parts of this particular situation. If it's a relationship, there are things between you and this person that nobody else will understand. Okay? For a few of you, it's telepathy or a love language of your own, or just this kind of, I don't want to say bubble because it doesn't feel like a bubble, but biosphere where it's just you and this person. Don't know what a biosphere is. Where did that come from? Anywho, okay, so you drop into your mysterious energy, okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, Scorpio. It's where it's yin energy. The moon is yin energy. The sun is yang energy. So, okay, and then you work out a strategy. Eight of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo. Working out a strategy, and it could be to some of you this is to do with work and you're working out a strategy of how to deal with this person now. It could be also that you get something on this person, you get some info that you can use and it turns the tables, okay? I love that. If it's to do with a relationship, again, you get a download, you get some info, you see something, you get something that is something that just makes it an easier nut to crack. And the Four of Wands is hiding behind the box. Four of Wands is a portal opening to something happening. Usually something good, because Four of Wands is like the Six of Wands. And nice that you frame your whole reading with the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands. It's like the woohoo of the whole reading. So something is happening. There's something joyous about it. There's a feeling of good juju, okay? But it's not coming from nowhere. There are points in this, and I'm going to call it a battle. Even if it's a love relationship, there is a battle going on here. There are points in this situation where you lie low and you dig deep and you dive down. And there are points where you stick your head above the parapet and you state your claim, that you do your Seven of Wands, okay? Doing the right thing at the right time, speaking at the right time, revealing at the right time, and keeping stuff to yourself for the right time is a big part of this. And timing will be everything, okay? Scorpio, oh my God, this is brilliant. I'm going to go do your extended reading. We're going to do, how do they feel about you? What on earth is going on with that tower? Also, what's behind the moon and the Two of Cups? Is there any obstacles we need to know about? And yeah, I'm going to look at the shadow side of it as well. We're going to dig deep. We're going to channel. Hurrah! So that is the first link in the description box. Do tell me what it's like to be a Scorpio in the comments section. And I will see you soon. Namaste.